以前我们的家就在河边，开门就可以看到河了。以前的河都没有小，现在叫二张。现在我们都会去那边钓鱼，就怕那些有时跳着去游泳了，不知道几开心。哎呀，我讲呢，你也小小都不到，不了都是不了，唉。
And this is the story that my late grandfather used to tell me during my childhood. Sungai Petani, a vibrant town in Kedah, Malaysia, is started by the river. It is shaped by the Chinese Teochew immigrant who braved the dangerous sea journey from China in the 19th centuries. The river, the name of the town, Sungai Petani, means the farmer's river, showing how crucial the river is to the town. And the river is the lifeline of the town, serve as a transportation route and sustain the livelihood and of the farmers and the fishermen, contributing to the growth and transformations of the town. And in the shades of old tree, people's one gathered for a moment of joy. And the passing train connected us with excitement. And the backyards were children's playground, creating memories that shows the true spirits of our community. And the introductions of the rubber plantation by the British brought us prosperity, but at the same time, it has led to the environmental degradation. So the river, once the heart of our community, is now neglected, polluted, and is dying. And I was wondering, how can I contribute to the place? A place where I call home, Sungai Petani. Located at the north of Malaysia, Sungai Petani was a historical riverine settlement started by the lifeline of the place, the river. Today, the river has lost its significance. What makes people forget about the river, the birthplace, the lifeline, and the roots? So the overarching issue here is about the loss of identity and social detachment. And to fix this, we need to build back the identity of Sungai Petani as a riverine city and also as the town center. So the whole design process started from a macro view through the master plan with the three core principles: the adapt, connect, and empower. Firstly, connect, it is to reconstruct the landscape framework by leveraging on the wetland ecosystem and the river to create an ecological spine. It consists of a series of wetland park, youth park, and a vascular spine that act as the main thoroughfare of the urban fabric. Secondly, it is to connect. Connect is to reconstruct the mobility and public realm framework. Redesign the public realm and mobility system to improve the access to the transit lively places and safe places. It is important to create an urban connector to reconnect the new and old town of Sungai Petani. Thirdly, empower, it is to emphasize on the citizen participation, to involve the community in the process of building the community follies, like based on their daily mundane, like gardening or bird watching. It will foster an ownership among the community. So the site is chosen at the convergence of old and new town, convergence of nature and the built environment. It is to symbolize the blend of past and present, the nature and culture. So the design concept is about ecotone, which means the transitional relationship between the nature and culture, and it is to reconnect people back to the water body. The typology is a riverine living museum to celebrate the river history and to create a community gathering space and to foster learning and enjoyment. And most importantly, it is to foster innovations and community spirit. So the design strategy started by softening the water edge by creating a promenade and responding to the tidal datum. And it's important to create an urban connector. A new pedestrian gateway is created to connect the old part and new part of Sungai Petani, to bring back the community pride and also to emphasize on the historical significance. Next, it is to create the street extensions. The existing vibrant cultural street is extended to the site and is bringing the human flow into the focal point of the site. And distinctive frontage is created mainly to avoid overshadowing the existing landmark of Sungai Petani, which is a clock tower. Fragmentation and transitional gradient is also created. So the building massing actually started to reduce from the inland to the river. So it mimics the patterns, the nature spread of a mangrove, where it started from a dense inner side to the more open riverbank. It created harmonious transitions by aligning to the ecological patterns of the mangrove ecosystem. And the whole form is actually inspired by the idea of Tak Popang, which is a temporary cross-shade. It is so close to the heart of the community, where when we see it, it reminds us of the sense of gathering and sense of welcoming. So the whole building massing is curated in a way to create the riverine experience. And so the story began. So it consists of a series of living museum and gallery, and is further zoned into 3 zones: the community, culture, and ecology. And 5 themes are curated to create an enriching riverine experience. Theme 1, flourishing on the riverbank. So entering from the Jalan Kuala Kecil, you will be seeing the community park, which consists of a series of river-like valley that cuts into passageway to allow the user to feel like they are within the river itself. So the planters are provided at the border of the passageway to allow them to seed plant. So the landscape will turn into colorful over time. And the landscape is further cut into high narrow cliff, low wide riverbed, and the overhead cave to create a distinctive experience. So away from the cultural park, you'll be entering the community plaza. The community plaza is a first primary welcoming spot for the visitor, and also the daily gathering space of the local. So the community plaza consists of a triple volume space, and the roof is splitted and lifted to allow the dynamic sunlight to come in. It is a space for the community to create events and celebrations in daily basis. Further into the community plaza, you will see a community think tank, managed by a group of youngsters who just returned to their homeland. It serves as a space that allow brainstorming idea, to create placemaking, and also to manage the events at the community hub. So this building is located at the frontage of the site. So to solve this issue, like the heavy traffic and also facing a mid-rise building, the roof is actually pushed to the ground to limit the views towards the community park, shielding the building away from the busy roads. So at the edge of the community plaza, this is your first view to the river. Although the river lies further away from this point, the essence of a riverine experience is brought to here through the biosphere. Crossing a bridge, we will be entering a Serukam organic farm and kitchen. This is a place where you can find the freshest fruits and vegetables in town planted by the owner Shin Tong. serve as a natural therapist, Shintong also helps the local with the plant-based food remedies, showing the resilience and sustainability of the community. Away from the Serukam Island, you will be entering the community library, which are hosted by the Bamboo Hills bookstore. So over here, you will find a book collected by the owner throughout the years, and it's not just a place for reading book, but for you to write the next chapter of Sungai Petani. So entering the next theme, the Riverine Tapestry, you will find a series of cultural workshops integrated into the landscape. And in the cultural workshop, you will find the performance stage, the pupet workshop, the Teochew Opera workshop, folk garden, tea chat area, and also a fortune telling kiosk here. By integrating the landscape under the shade, it allows people to feel the breeze of the river and enhancing the indoor temperature and environment. By pushing the roof to touch the ground, it also allows the people to feel the intimate experience, to allow like human interaction. So this is a place for you to listen about the old story and folklore of Sungai Petani from the elder generation. Leaving the theme 2, you will find a hidden fortune-telling kiosk hidden behind the woods. So this is also a daily gathering spot for the local. And entering the next theme, from the flow of time, you will find a railway plaza and a main gallery here. The main gallery is the museum of everyday life. It's not just about exhibiting, but it's about telling story of Sungai Petani. This is a place where you are able to feel the experience of how you are connected to the past to hear about the story. The main gallery consists of a shade that are lifted and created by a double volume space, and a bridge platform is created there for you to go up, and it frames a view of the railway line that reminds people of the old urban fabric. And this is all the hidden story of Sungai Petani can be heard here. Going to the next theme, theme 4, is about reclaiming the forgotten river. Over here, you'll find a group of river rangers fighting for our river. The River Care Center consists of a series of stilted and also a lookout tower that is connected to the new part of the town. So the lookout tower actually acts as a visual connector, a visual guide for you to go from old and new town. So going along the ecological park, you will witness the process of how the whole process of the urban runoff can be filtered into clean water. So it actually consists of the sedimentation pond, the shallow water treatment channel, the deep water treatment channel, and lastly, the clean water is filtered, and it is filtered to the theme 5, the central spine, with the topic of the river pulse. So over here, you will find the river living spirit and living. The Sungai Petani history is shaped by its people and the river that sustain them. Today, the river has faded, and so together with the heart of our town. Restoring the river is crucial. It's not about only the nature, but it is about to revive the Sungai Petani spirit for the future generation. And I believe that healing the river is not just about the nature, it's a healing of the community and also myself. There is always a place that can heal your soul, our home, our roots. And we can't afford to lose it. Thank you. This is my project, the River Reverie, live by the Sungai Petani River.